FBI agents arresting the suspect, an Afghan national, along with a co-conspirator right here in Oklahoma just 24 hours ago.
There is obviously a lot to get to here. We do have team coverage. News 4's John Hayes getting reaction to today's indictment and learning what's next for the suspect. But we do begin with News 4's Spencer Humphrey.
And he is live at FBI headquarters in Oklahoma City. Spencer, you've spent much of the evening looking over these new court documents, which are something.
Yeah, they really are, Kevin. The FBI lays out its case against that man page by page in this 27-page criminal complaint. They say he believed he would die a martyr, all while killing as many people as possible as Americans head to the polls on Election Day. This unsealed federal affidavit revealing an Oklahoma City resident and Afghan national planned a violent attack targeting large gatherings of people on Election Day in what the FBI is calling an ISIS-inspired terror plot. Federal authorities arresting 27-year-old Nasir Ahmad Tawhidi in Oklahoma City Monday after they say he tried to buy multiple AK-47 assault rifles and ammo from an undercover FBI agent with plans to die in an attack. According to the affidavit, Tawhidi was focused on locations in the Washington, D.C. area, with computer records revealing he searched for live webcams of the area, even accessing live feeds of the areas near the White House and Washington Monument. Court documents say Tawhidi came to Oklahoma City from Afghanistan in September 2021 on a special immigrant status and routinely met with one of his wife's minor siblings at this Moore home, where the sibling lived with several other siblings and Tawhidi's father-in-law. The FBI describing that minor relative as Tawhidi's co-conspirator, alleging Tawhidi gave the person access to pro-ISIS groups on the messaging app Telegram, where the two talked with ISIS recruiters about how to carry out an attack. Google records revealing Tawhidi wanted to buy his weapons somewhere with relaxed gun laws, allegedly searching which U.S. state does not require a license to get a firearm and which states have passed permitless carry gun laws. The affidavit says Tawhidi and his co-conspirator met with an undercover FBI employee posing as a gun dealer at a rural Oklahoma property in September. Tawhidi allegedly telling the undercover agent he wanted to buy 2 AK-47s and magazines. Telegram records showing Tawhidi later messaged an ISIS recruiter. "We found a person who deals with weapons. He found it for us. They are smuggled. We bought 2. They are Kalashnikovs." Messages also revealing Tawhidi then helped his in-laws sell that home in Moore and all the assets inside, with plans to funnel the profits back to ISIS. Investigators say Tawhidi bought his family one-way plane tickets from Dallas to Afghanistan for October 17th. Records revealing Tawhidi planned to pick up those weapons from the undercover agent this past Monday, when agents arrested him instead. Afterward, Tawhidi allegedly telling FBI investigators he planned to repatriate his family to Afghanistan, where he believed they could live according to pure Islam, and that he and his co-conspirator wanted to buy the guns for the purpose of conducting an attack on Election Day targeting large gatherings of people. Tawhidi allegedly telling investigators he planned to die in the attack, believing he would be a martyr. Phone records even revealing a video of Tawhidi reading to 2 young children, telling them of the rewards a martyr receives in the afterlife, and that martyrs will be exempted from the sufferings of the grave, placed in heaven, get married to 72 virgins, and receive a crown full of jewels. And while these documents mention that Tawhidi had scouted several locations in the Washington, D.C. area, it's unclear if he had picked a final target. These documents also do not say if he had planned to attack any targets here in Oklahoma. Reporting live in Oklahoma City, Spencer Humphrey, Oklahoma's News 4.